Nice to have you here at Flagstaff. I'm just going to ask you a few questions for the folks for the gallery.
Lovely to be here.
Excellent. Okay. Can you tell us a little bit about your background with regard to art and how you got involved in being a professional?
Well, I guess it all started at the age of about 14 or 15. I've always been keen on drawing and painting from that early age. I was pretty useless at school, actually. Academic subjects were not my scene, but pretty good at drawing. And I guess my fuse was lit the very first time I saw the French Impressionists, especially Claude Monet. He was the man that really sparked my enthusiasm. Being self-taught, I spent the next 20 years or so drawing and painting and showing with art groups and societies, and basically searching out galleries who were keen to take some of my work. Now, it wasn't until I was elected a member of the Royal Watercolour Society's art club in London that I thought I'd take the decision to plunge into the world of full-time art. I guess that was in about the late 70s.
Excellent. Okay. So why do you choose to work in your chosen medium now?
Well, basically I'm an impatient painter. I like to work quickly and capture the moment. The joy for me of using soft pastel is the fact that A, there's no colour mixing on the palette. I don't have to wait for certain passages to dry, but most of all, no brush cleaning.
Nice. Okay, so what's the primary motivation behind your work?
Well, colour and light has to be the primary motivation behind my work. Has to be. I do favour the early morning or late evenings to paint, to capture the sunlight sparkling on the water or the colour in the landscape. There's no greater experience than to literally step out of one's doorstep and find a multitude of subjects.
Okay. So the themes or issues that you wish the viewer to take away when they view your work, what would they be?
Well, I've always thought that good art needs some basic ingredients. I think communication is one important ingredient. I think art should be able to communicate with its public. And also I think an artist should be able to reveal the world to himself and then pass on this understanding to others. The other most important thing, I think, is celebration. In my work, I like to celebrate the natural beauty of the landscape, but also celebrate the human form, the human body and the human spirit. Now I hope that you find either or both of those ingredients in the work that you see.
Okay. Now, which artists have influenced you?
Well, somebody, I guess, who left a mark on me at an early stage in my career was the great English watercolourist Turner, with his beautiful ethereal watercolour sketches filled with space and light. And of course my old friends, the French Impressionists, with their use of pure colour in the landscape. Now, these are the people, I think, that set my path into my career of colour and light.
What are the challenges that you face when creating art in New Zealand, and how does New Zealand in any way influence your work?
Well, my passion is the landscape. It's basically why, why I became an artist. Now, I like to share my vision with the outside world of the way I see colour and light. I've lived and painted in various locations over the last 20-odd years, from small Cornish fishing villages to bustling cities. But now that I've settled in New Zealand, as an artist, I can find all the subject matter that any artist could ever wish for, not only in one lifetime, but several lifetimes. But the challenge that I find that New Zealand offers me now, or poses me, is I'm continually looking at the colour of the landscape and my chosen palette to create my vision of this colour and light of New Zealand.
Okay. So what excites you about going to New York?
Well, over the years I've exhibited in many, many exhibitions in various parts of the world. And I do find the act of participation in any exhibition exciting. You know, the usual suspects usually raise their heads. Is the work promising enough? Will it be well received? Well, these things I'm sure every artist will go through at every gallery. But one thing it will do is give me a great deal of pleasure on the way.
Nice. Yeah. Okay, so what do you hope to bring to the New York exhibition?
Well, I think I'd like to bring a glimpse of what I see as a picture maker here in New Zealand. My thoughts and experiences and my interpretation of bringing colour and light, the pastel medium.
Nice. So what are your thoughts about the Flagstaff Gallery bringing contemporary art to New York?
Well, I've worked with the Flagstaff now for several years. It's been a very enjoyable relationship. The Flagstaff has basically given me a vehicle to find a bigger audience here in New Zealand. And it only seems a natural progression that the Flagstaff should reach out and share its expertise and artists on an international level and take the work to New York.
Brilliant. Well, we look forward to taking your work with us.
So be there.